Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from the second group of Secretaryship. We are going to present a material of scheduling, making, and canceling appointments. The members of our group are: first, Nuzul Z, student number 5; second, Poningsih, student number 21; and the third, Sri Martuti Rahayu, student number 22.
How to schedule appointment? First, try to keep no appointment on Monday morning, so the reader has time to start his plans for the week and finish any pending or unfinished work at the end of last week. Next, avoid scheduling appointment on the first day after the readers return from traveling for several days, because they need a little time to rest. Next, don't schedule appointments that fill up the day before the reader will travel. In fact, preparation for his or her visit were given top priority. Next is about avoid scheduling meetings that have the highest priority after another meeting that has the same interest. And then, do not scheduling appointment for readers elsewhere as soon as the readership has finished a meeting, because this case will make the readers being rushed. Make a time like between 10 until 15 minutes between agreement to be used by leadership to do another things, such as signing letters, calling, or taking a short break. Next, for appointment with CO worker, let's make it up at the last hour. This is intended to make it easy to change again if the leadership is unable to keep their promises. The next is about leadership appointments that are held outside the city or at a place far away from the office, as far as possible are arranged so that the reader can go directly to the meeting place or schedule during the day, so that the reader doesn't need to go to the office. Next, an agreement with a short time need to be notified by the secretary indirectly but in technical word. An agreement made by telephone, it is necessary to ask the readership or check whether it is possible, then report it again by the secretary. And the last, every day match and record all leadership meeting appointment, things that must be reminded to the reader in the book things to do today, which serves to remind the secretary about the tasks that must be carried throughout the day.
Making an appointment. After scheduling the entered appointments, the secretary have to make those appointments happen. In this material, we will learn how a secretary make appointments. First, sorting appointments from its priority. Usually, there will be a list of upcoming appointments from the clients. Not all of the appointments can be done in one time, so the secretary needs to sort or pick which appointment is more important than the other. Second, measuring time per each appointment. Not all of the clients have the same timing to meet the boss. The duty of a secretary here is to give an adequate timing for the clients to mind their business. The timing itself will depend upon either the clients or the boss. It means if the client is important, the timing perhaps will be long. But if the boss doesn't have enough time, the timing might be short. It is important to the secretary to pay attention to this. Third, the taste of a boss in making schedule. Just like what have been mentioned before, the appointment that have entered will be scheduled by the secretary. But the secretary itself needs to pay attention to the taste of a boss in making schedule. The boss may want the appointment be held in the morning or even in certain days. The boss might even just have particular time to make an appointment, so the secretary needs to know the best time for the clients to have an appointment. Fourth, knowing the habit of a boss in working. Boss in a company also a human, so he or she may have some habit that must be known by the secretary. In order to make an effective appointment, a good timing and place is needed. By looking at the boss' routine tasks or daily activities, a good appointment can be arranged. Fifth, knowing boss business relations. In a business world, there are colleague or relations. A colleague is a person with whom one works in a business. A colleague can be any professional associate in the office, whether the boss really know the person or not. Colleagues can be from other company divisions, different departments, or persons with titles that are not the same as the boss. Some of colleagues may already have a relation with the boss. These colleagues must to be known by the secretary to maintain a good relationship between the company and them. Next, we provide tips on making appointments. First, keep 2 appointment lists going at the same time. One should be kept in your boss office so he has easy access to his appointments, and the second in your office. Second, don't make appointments for your boss at the times that he likes to keep aside for routine tasks. Consider his time management style. Periods that are not considered effective for meetings are Monday mornings, days before and after long weekends, and bank holidays, and immediately prior to lunch times and in the late afternoons. Third, choose days and times carefully and always check the other events of the day or week surrounding the proposed appointment to consider whether the time can be given to the appointment. Fourth, remember that the boss has other priorities and commitments throughout his day. Try not to overcommit him to too many appointments on a single day. Fifth, remind the boss of other commitments for the day and find plausible or logical excuses to help him from appointments which are taking up too much time. He will always let you know if he wants the appointment to carry on. Sixth, clearly note the name, designation, and organization of the member and a reason for the appointment when noting a date in the list. Seventh, remember that in many cases there are other members of the department or office team who may be called upon to receive visitors in order to relieve pressure on the boss. 8. Be aware of hospitality expectations and ask if refreshments are required.
Next, I'm going to tell you about how to cancel an appointment. You can cancel your appointment politely. When you will cancel your appointment politely, the first step you have to do is contact the person your appointment is with as soon as you can. The longer you wait to cancel your appointment, the more you are inconveniencing the person you are meeting with. Giving plenty of notice will show that you respect them and their time. And the second step is call to cancel your appointment personally if you are giving short notice. If you are giving less than a day's notice, you should call the person your appointment is with directly. Emailing, texting, or having an employee notify them for you can come off as inconsiderate when you are inconveniencing them with a last-minute change. And then the third step is offer a sincere apology. Even if you are giving plenty of notice, let them know you are sorry for canceling the appointment. They might have given up other plans to meet with you, and you might have caused them an inconvenience by canceling. And the fourth step is explain briefly why you cannot make it. If you have a good reason, like travel problems or a sickness, simply let them know that's why you had to cancel. If you have a less acceptable reason, like you just forgot about the appointment or accidentally double booked yourself, give a general explanation such as something come up that I cannot get out of. And then the last step is let them know you value their time. Make sure to emphasize that you appreciate them scheduling the appointment with you and that you regret having to cancel. Make it clear that you recognize their time is not unlimited. Besides of canceling an appointment, we can reschedule instead. The first step is offer to reschedule when you cancel. Not only will this save you the hassle of trying to reschedule later, it will show that you are still interested in the appointment. When you call or email to cancel, you should end by saying that you would like to reschedule at the other person's convenience. And then the second step is list a few time slots you are available to meet in. You should do your best to accommodate the other person's schedule, but it's helpful to give them a few options to choose from. Figure out 3 or 4 times you are available and ask whether those times are convenient for them. For instance, you could say, I'm free Friday after 2 p.m., anytime Monday or Tuesday between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. Do any of those work for you, or is there another time that would be more convenient? And then the next step is offer to meet somewhere closer to them. To compensate for canceling your first meeting, it's a good idea to try and make the rescheduled appointment more convenient for them somewhere. Offer to meet them at their office or somewhere close to where they will already be at the time. You can also suggest meeting by Skype or Google Hangout if the person you are trying to reschedule with is very busy or far away. And then the next step is choose a time when you know you can make it. After canceling once, it might be even more irritating or inconvenient to cancel again, and you might damage your standing with the person your appointment is with. Look at your schedule carefully and make sure the time you agree to will work for you, and there is no a strong chance of anything unexpected coming up during that time. If you don't have anything booked in December, for instance, but you know that your schedule tends to fill up around the holidays, it's best not to reschedule your appointment for the time. And then the next step is make a note of the time you choose to meet. Once you decide on a time to reschedule your appointment for, put it into your calendar. You might also want to make a physical note and put it somewhere you will see it to remind yourself. And then the last step is thank them for their patience when you do meet. Start your appointment off by thanking the person or people you are meeting with for rescheduling. There is no need to apologize again, but showing that you appreciate them for working with your schedule will indicate that you value their time.
That's all from us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.